Here we are at session 7, week 7, and this week and next week will really be about giving you space and time to continue work on your blog post 3 and finish and actually post your blog post 3 next Friday, the 17th. And so I just listened and viewed all of your video updates that you did for Flipgrid for your focus and reflect activity last night. And I listened to them, and it sounds like many of you are very much on to a solid path heading in the right direction. There was a handful of you that didn't post, so I hope that you are doing well. And if you have questions, please reach out. But most of you have found texts. You have done a lot to find your texts. Many of you said that you have 4 to 5 texts already and that you're finding them in the different categories. That's great. A lot of you commented that you're having a tough time though finding culturally relevant texts. And it is kind of hard to find culturally relevant texts when you don't have a specific student body in mind, but you're going to be think about a hypothetical student body, perhaps of a school that you will student teach in or that you want to teach in, and that can be your student body that you use to match the culturally relevant text with. But when you're thinking about your culturally relevant text, that could be a movie clip of something related to your topic that you're doing that is kind of a provocative question discussion opener for coming into the topic. It could be a music video, it could be a song, it could be a clip from a common popular TV show, something that brings in the discussion, so maybe opens up the topic. So for example, I think it was Caitlin was saying that she is doing her inquiry blog topic on a certain artist, and it might be hard to find a culturally relevant text that's on that artist, and that is very true, and that may be the case for many others too, depending on your topic. However, that artist focuses on identity, so really any movie clip, music video, song lyrics, etc., that deal with identity that you think would connect with the students could be used then to introduce and bridge into that artist or your topic. So know that it doesn't have to be exactly about your topic. It could be just connecting to a big idea related to your topic as well to open up that topic. Many of you did some great resource sharing in the Flipgrid updates, giving each other ideas of different resources to share. And many of you mentioned Newsela as a website that has a variety of news stories, current event news stories, and fiction pieces that give readings at different reading levels. So that is an option for you to look at too, to consider getting texts with. Know that you still have to do a qualitative analysis of them as well. And then also keep in mind that your texts can overlap. Your culturally relevant text will very much overlap probably with either, if it's a print-based text, it'll be a print-based text and a culturally relevant text. So it's very likely that they will overlap into different categories. So you might have a multimodal text or multimedia text that is also your culturally relevant text. So they may overlap in certain categories as well. So I wish you well as you continue gathering together your texts and you begin to analyze them this week. This week, your discuss activity is taking one of the texts from your text set, whether it's print-based or video or multimedia-based, but doing a full text complexity analysis for that and getting some feedback from your peers. So really you're kind of writing a draft, which will then go into your project next week. And then the focus and reflect activity is really just kind of a light break, just having us think and reflect on what we do to take care of ourselves during midterms. So really easy kind of focus and reflect activity. That shouldn't take much time or preparation on your part there. Just check in with us at that point. So that's what we have today for this week. Don't forget about all these resources down here to help you. These examples, if you're getting to the point where you're already starting to wanting to draft your blog post 3, which some of you are, I've heard you talking about how you want to finish it by the end of this coming weekend. Kudos to you. You might want to actually look at some of these examples for different ways of how to organize and present the different texts. Considering you don't have to write a text analysis for all of the texts that you collect, these different ways of how they're organized will give you some ideas of how to go forward. If you have any specific questions or personal questions, feel free to email me. I'm here, and use this time well, and hopefully you enjoy it as well. Have a good week.